Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. All right, so, I'm never going to get rid of Joker. I think he's going to live in there forever. So, it is what it is. I'll just have to balance him. Look, Shadow. I swear to God, do I even need, look, I don't need Stadia. I don't need GeForce Now. I don't need any of these services because this is a computer. I can do anything and everything with Shadow. It is pretty much a computer, guys. This is a computer, and there are no limits to what I can do. I can use my video editing software. I can use music software. It's your personal computer. And I really hope that Shadow, that they stay in business, that they really, because I support what they're doing. This ability that you can use everything and anything, just like you're on your own computer, except you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to build your computer. And you can use your computer, take it with you on your tablet, on your phone, any device, doesn't matter. Nvidia Shield, like right here, or iOS, MacBook, iPad Pro, whatever the hell you have, you can use the Shadow on. If you have a Samsung TV, you can, a Google Chrome built inside your TV, like a Sony TV. You can use a Shadow directly from your Sony TV. It just shows to prove, and I hope people are watching this. I'm not saying this because I'm affiliated with Shadow. I'm saying this because it really works. Okay? So, what's not to like? Here I am, like I'm installing iRacing right now. This is on Shadow. I'm installing iRacing. I already tried the Oculus Quest. You can even use VR in Shadow. The only thing that's missing right now is the compatibility with the racing wheels. That's something I'm waiting for Shadow to let me know if they're going to be working on that, if they're going to allow us to use the racing wheels on top of the ultra wide screens. From what I have heard from various different people out there, they're saying that they're working on that to give us ability to use 32:9 ultra widescreen monitors, to allow us to use the virtual reality and racing wheels. So all of that stuff is coming down the pipeline for Shadow. So to me personally, this is it. If you want the ultimate cloud PC, this is it, man. Look at what I'm doing on Nvidia Shield. I got my mouse, got my keyboard, which is right here. Got my keyboard. It's like a little mini computer, and I'm only using 15 megabits through H.265, which allows for low latency. So that way, it's not eating big chunk of your bandwidth. You know what I mean? So Shadow, in other words, I can find nothing bad about Shadow. And I'm not saying this again because I'm affiliated with them. This is just a fact. I wish I could find something wrong that I could say, hey, maybe you shouldn't get a Shadow. But I just, the only negative, I guess, about the Shadow is that it takes a long time for them to activate your computer. It takes a long, it's a long period of waiting, and that's like the only negative. But other than that, once you get your service activated, I mean, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. My friend Mamba man, he'll tell you he has Shadow now for quite a long time, and he's been using it. He has tested a bunch of stuff on there. He even tested Oculus Quest. Works just fine. I did it last night. I tested the Oculus Quest. I couldn't believe it. That it works. It works. But you gotta have a USB-C cable to connect it to your computer. Alright, so this should be done pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the updates to be updated, and once they're updated, we're gonna test to see how well it works. It should work well. Obviously, I'm not gonna use a racing wheel. I'm just gonna use my controller because this is Nvidia SHIELD. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, what's up, old man? How you doing, man? I'm just surviving. How are you doing? You seem to be pretty busy out there. I'm good, man. Pretty quiet today. I like it quiet. I like it quiet. I do. So many boring questions. This and that and that and this and that. As if they're gonna be living in a harmony forever. No, man, I like it quiet, man. I like it quiet. Fucking A. Yeah. But I purposely didn't let people know that I'm live streaming today. This is the reason. I make my announcement in advance to let people know that I'm live streaming. But tonight, I didn't want to make any announcements. I just wanted to, like, sneak in. I just wanted to sneak in and test iRacing. Yes, into racing, old man. Listen, I love... There's two things I love, man. Racing and flight simulators. Bro, I am a... When the flight simulator on the Xbox, once it gets released, that's it, man. You guys will barely ever see me. I don't think you guys will see me on YouTube. I think that's the end of me. Because I'm a fanatic when it comes to flight simulators, dude. That game will... I'm gonna get addicted to it, man. I'll be just playing Flight Simulator, especially with this game. Man, when you have all the pilots, like both commercial and the Air Force pilots, when they are telling you that the Flight Simulator from Microsoft, it's the most realistic flight simulator ever put on this planet, it ends right there. So I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. No, old man, because they don't have the software, the codec, the software. They haven't implemented that software yet to do that, because they're only reading a gamepad, just the keyboard, mouse, and the gamepad. They're not implementing any usage of peripherals, the ones you're talking about, like a racing wheel. But I sent them a question. As a matter of fact, yesterday, I sent them a question, and then we'll see when they get back to me, when they reply to me. I also asked them about the ultra-wide screens, when they're going to start doing that. But I'm pretty sure they'll do it in the future, old man. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Both the ultra-wide screen triple monitors and the especially with the infinite RTX Titan and 2080, those two tiers, they're coming out, ultra and infinite. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see it in the future. It's just Shadow. It's a small company. It's owned by Blade. It's a very small company, and I hope that Blade doesn't sell you. I hope that the Blade doesn't sell the Shadow and cast him out like a leper. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that they continue this track, that they continue this road, and that we do see all of these features. Because here's what I like about Shadow. I hate having a bunch of stuff. I'm a claustrophobic guy. I know, for a Joker Why are you claustrophobic? So anyway, but I am. And I hate too much stuff. I hate having these big PCs and all this other crap. I like minimalistic stuff. I like, you know, minimal stuff. And that's what I like about Shadow, that I can play it on my tablet, on my phone, on iOS, on Linux, on Android, on whatever I want, Windows, whichever platform I please, I can play it on. Like, it's a total revolution, total freedom to choose how you enjoy your stuff. And it's a personal computer. And on top of that, old man, you are using their fiber optic internet. You're using their most fastest internet. You can browse, you can download stuff, whatever the hell you want to do. Upload stuff. You can use your musical software, your video editor software, whatever. And you know, I mean, I really hope that the Shadow continues on, and that they continue, and I hope that they don't fail, because if they continue with this trajectory, I'm telling you, all I'm going to see is great expansion of things to happen. All right, let's go. All right, enough of Joker. I do that on purpose sometimes, just like to screw around. I think they're a little bit butthurt that I think that they're butthurt that I'm kind of like weaseling myself between LG and them. I told them, look, it's doable. I can work both ways. I said I can do things for LG as far as the OLED, and then I can do things for you guys. And if you type in Shadow, you're gonna see me. Majority of videos will be me helping the Shadow. So I'm there when you click on Shadow. They all know who I am. Of course they do. But I think they're a little bit butthurt that I'm taking this offer from LG. Listen, I said this to everybody. LG is gonna put me on probation. What does that mean? Probation means they're gonna see how well I do. If I suck, if I'm horrible as a joker reviewing an OLED TV, well, guess what? They're gonna pull the plug and they say send that shit back, and that's that. But I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it a try and see where it goes. You know, I mean, if you don't break an egg, how are you gonna make an omelet? So that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. That could be the problem. I know they really are. Okay, so let's do this, man. Let's see how this works. By the way, how you doing, man? How's your father? I mean, how's your everything okay? Up in New York, upstate, everything's good. I hope everything's cool. You know, I know things are a bit dicey, but listen, look, you're upstate, right? You're okay. You're fine. As long as you're not in the city, dude. In the city, that's where it's dangerous. But like in upstate, that's beautiful out there, especially in the Utica. Utica, past the Utica, that's beautiful out there, man. I can be a Korean if I wanted to. I can be, listen, I can be anything. I'm a chameleon, you know. It's just, I choose my roles very carefully. Here we go. Oh, that sucks, man. I hate those motherfuckers throwing fireworks. You know. Why don't you save them fireworks for July 4th? I mean, what are you gonna do for July 4th? Watch Tom Cruise, who is born on July 4th. Here we go. By the way, he is born on July 4th, Tom Cruise. Can you believe it? Alright, so this is Shadow, and I'm using it through Nvidia SHIELD. Look, I don't even know if I need Ghost from Shadow. I don't even know if I need a ghost, because Nvidia Shield does a phenomenal job as it is. All right, so let's see if this works. All right, let's go do a test. Let's test the car. Let's see. Hopefully everything goes well. Race now. Auto configure, yes. Auto recommend it. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. Okay. Finish. Good. Here we go. iRacing. This is bananas. We're gonna be playing iRacing on Shadow. This is crazy. Well, I'll be damned. There it is. Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is. On Nvidia Shield. On Nvidia Shield. God damn. God damn. Here we go. I miss upstate New York, man. Upstate New York's beautiful. It's so nice out there, man. It is. Especially when you pass the Utica. Let me configure the controls. Like all those Adirondack areas, you know, like Lake Placid, Saranac Lake. Beautiful, man. It's beautiful out there. Especially, there's a mountain where I used to hike called, not the Whiteface Mountain, but there's another mountain called the Mount Hurricane. The Mount Hurricane. I used to go out there and hike with my sophomore year class back in the day, long time ago. All right, let's see. Turn the wheel left, turn the wheel right, and keep it down like that. Hold on, and then click done. Okay. To measure your wheel range, okay. Oh, device is a joystick gamepad. Alright, that's right. Alright, that's right. Done. Steering center, okay. Done. Depress the throttle fully. Okay. There we go. Use auto clutch. And upshifting. Okay, we'll go up. Downshifting. Down. No, I don't want to use it. Choose the controls. Left. Choose the controls for the right. And exit the panel. Well, we'll press the Y. There we go. So let's go check it out. All right, let's drive. Let's drive. Here we go. Let's test this beast. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Well, it works. I'll be damned, it works. This is crazy. I know. I mean, this game you got to play it on a wheel. I mean, obviously, and I would be using my wheel if I could, but I can't on the Shadow currently because it only recognizes it as a gamepad, and it just doesn't work. This is not bad. It's doable. I mean, it works. But I'm doing okay, right? Not bad. For a controller, I'm using a controller. I mean, I guess I'm doing all right. Do I enjoy it more than Forza? Here's the thing. Forza, it's a complete full package game. You get everything in it. I said to Corsa, Competition, you get a lot of stuff in it. With iRacing, it's an investment. You really have to invest a bunch of money in it, on the cars, on the tracks, and you have to also rank up to different licenses. So all of that stuff adds up. So I'm not gonna lie, iRacing, it's an expensive hobby, but it's very realistic. When you calibrate your racing wheel, when you get a great setup, everybody will tell you, those who have a great setup, like let's say a Fanatic racing wheel, direct drive, with a really nice racer racing chair, that's a comfortable racing chair, triple monitors, ultra widescreen monitors, everyone will tell you that there's nothing quite like it in terms of controls. It's very smooth. What's up, Exodus? Oh. Easy, easy, easy. Oh my goodness. But I still think it's bananas that we're actually playing this. Let's try a different, hold on. Let's exit this. Let's try a different car. I know. You want a budget 4K TV for your gaming? That's easy, man. Go with a TCL. TCL R617. Let's try a different track and different car. Just go with a TCL, man. TCL R617. That's the best. In my opinion. For $500, you get Dolby Vision, you get HDR, you get built-in Roku with bunch of apps, and even user interface pretty cool. And on top of that, you got NBP photon technology. You know what the NBP photon technology is, right? I bet you didn't know, but I'll explain it to you. It's a similar technology that the Samsung is using. It's a quantum dots. Okay, those photons, they're emitting the much wider spectrum of colors. They're placed in front of liquid crystal display, LCDs. So when they're emitting that light, you get that wider spectrum of colors, and it also has a decent full array local dimming as well. For $500, man, it's almost like they're giving away for free. TCL is just no competition at the moment. Vizio, it's give me a break. Vizio is still asking $1,200, $1,500. Like, get out of here, Vizio. Seriously, I think they're done. TCL, I think they're gonna make the most affordable 8K television. It was supposed to be released this month, but the reason they're not releasing it, it's because the Olympic Games have been postponed. Right? Japan Olympic Games, and they were going to release it during the Summer Olympics, and now due to this whole COVID-19 situation and the tensions between us and China and all that shit, so it's not going to happen. This year sucks. this year, we got 6 more months to go. I can't wait to be done with this year. I really can't wait to be done with this year. So it ain't gonna happen. Well, I listen. I learn, bro. Man, everything I do, I want to learn. I don't, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want to learn about something. I wouldn't be making a video about something if I didn't want to learn. Everything interests me. If something interests me, I want to know. You know, and I do give my opinions, obviously. But apparently, you're not supposed to be giving out your opinions, because God forbid somebody gives out an opinion, then everybody loses their minds slowly. So yeah, man, I like to entertain people, and also like to give you my opinions, and I like to share my own picture settings. When I started this whole television things, nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing what I was doing. I pretty much started the whole thing in 2015 and early 2016 because nobody was doing what I was doing. You couldn't find a damn video doing what I was doing. And then everybody got, energized, and hey, man, I'm glad that people got energized and they start copying me and doing what I'm doing. Fine by me. But what I was basically doing is, I never said I was a professional calibrator using a equipment to tell me how to adjust the picture. I have nothing against professional calibrators, and I said that millions of times, but I believe in using my own two eyes to adjust the picture settings. If I already know what the rules are when it comes to calibrating, if I already know what to avoid, not to crash my black levels, not to overblow my white digital levels, if I know how to avoid color saturation and overbleeding of color, if I know all of these things in my head, if I know the rules, then why the hell do I need a software to babysit me, to babysit me about something? That'll be like you asking, that'll be like this, check this out, like a chef, an experienced chef, having a robot calibrator telling him how to cook a meal. If you're experienced chef, you already know. When you look at something, when you want to cook it, you already know how to season it, how to prepare it, etc., etc. So same thing with me. I use my two eyes. I give people my recipes. And I'm not charging people for my recipes. They're free. If you don't like my settings, you don't have to use them. I always tell people, you don't have to use them, but what do you got to lose? If you don't like them, go back to your settings, go back to your default settings, So those were the things that I had to deal with early 2016, early 2017. Everybody's trying to tell me, you're doing this wrong. I said, how am I doing something wrong if I'm just giving you my preference? There is no right and wrong when it comes to preference. I'm sharing my preference. If you don't like my preference, don't use it, But apparently, I think it was a jealousy, because some people thought I was just doing this for the money. I mean, think about it. A guy, no, let's do this in a Joker voice. No, really think about this. A guy like me, not a freak, a guy like me, spending his own money purchasing these televisions, not being sponsored, and then sharing it with you. So why would I, who spends my own money to buy these televisions, why in the hell would I be all about the money? The money. But hey, I digress. For some people, the upside down is going to be upright. And the upright, for some people, is going to be downside. And the left's going to be right, and the right's going to be left. So where do you draw the line? I don't care. I just do what I do. I'm not here to convince anybody, nor I'm here begging anything from anyone for anything. Welcome to this experiment. Enjoy it. But everything I say, people like to take out of context. That's because they think they know me. You know, that's the problem with a lot of people. They have this notion, oh, I know him. No, you don't. Nobody knows me. Even I don't know me. So how in the hell are you going to think you know me? And then it blows my mind that I see a bunch of people out there trying to figure me out. Like every day, oh, what is Mr. 4K all about? Who is he? Who is this creature? You know, it's just like, dude, like you gotta really have a pathetic life that you're like so worried about me every day in, day out, night in, night out. That's gotta be really sad. What are my thoughts on the 8K television? Here, let's change a car first. Let's adjust the weather, dynamic weather, and let's choose a different hold on. I'm gonna have to exit this again. I'm sorry, guys. What are my thoughts on the 8K televisions and monitors? Do you really need 8K television? Not really. First of all, how much of 8K content there is currently right now? I mean, how much of 8K content can you find? I think it's ridiculous to spend, even if you have money, to spend it on 8K. Yes, you can upscale. You can upscale certain movies. They will be automatically upscaled to 8K. But how's that going to look? Is your Blu-ray player, is your 4K player, is your device going to have a difficult time, you know, scaling that to 33 million pixels? Is it going to look blurry? Is it going to look good? How's it going to look? There's so many things to consider. So I don't think you really need it right now. I mean, we haven't even, look at HBO Max. How pathetic. How pathetic. Even HBO Max, they don't have 4K. You think by now 4K should be standard? I mean, I've been doing this for 7 years. For 7 years. You think after 7 years that they would implement 4K as a standard on all the channels, on everything? So no, you don't need 8K television. You do not. The only person who's going to tell you that you need an 8K television is the person who is sponsored by various different brands of televisions, and they need money to survive, so they have to sell. They have to push the sales. They have to tell you, here's why you should buy it, and here why you shouldn't buy it. But I think you should definitely buy it to check it out, the new cutting, bleeding edge technology. So that's who's going to pitch you the 8K television. But you really don't need it. You don't need it. TCL R617 Exodus. Go with a TCL R617. Just type in TCL R617 and man, that TV is godsend. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Here we go. Hold on a second, guys. I'll look at your comments. Let me just try and make this like a few laps. Let me test it out. Oh, you were just watching my old 4K Blu-ray player reviews from like 3 years ago. Do you stand by what you said with those models, or do you have newer models that you recommend? Um, Oppo UDP 203. You got to remember, back in the days, like 2016, that's when the 4K were starting to release their first generations. All you had earlier in 2015 was like upscaling Blu-ray to Blu-ray players with a 4K upscaler. Then officially in 2016, that's when they start releasing the very first 4K player by Samsung, and I still have that 4K player by Samsung. It was a good entry-level 4K player, but looking at what we have right now, looking at the Panasonic, looking at the Oppo, and even looking at the Xbox One X and the X series, I mean the Xbox One S, looking at these two consoles that the Microsoft has, and looking at the Oppo and Panasonic, I would say those 4K Blu-ray players they're good, but they're a joke compared to what we have now, especially with the Oppo UDP 203. That's the best 4K player built ever. Even what's his name, Zack Snyder, when he was doing the Man of Steel watch along on Zoom on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen the video. It's out there. Go Google it. Zack Snyder, director of Man of Steel, when he was doing the watch along in his movie theater with the projector that he has, guess what he was using? Oppo UDP 203. Oppo is the best player, 4K player, Blu-ray player, DVD player, the best player built like a tank on the planet, on the world. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. Oppo UDP 203 is the king, and it will be the king for quite a long time. There's nothing better. So that's how I feel about the. And if you have Oppo UDP 203, brother, you are set. Listen to me. You are set. Look for nothing else. You are pretty much all set. K8500, it's alright. Sony, I mean, look, they're okay. But that's back in 2016, 2017. You gotta remember, that's a long time ago. There's way better players. I think Panasonic is your best bet right now, because Oppo UDP 203, it's discontinued. They don't have Oppo UDP 203. I think your best bet is to go with Panasonic. Oppo, you don't want to spend $2,000. I love Oppo, but I wouldn't spend $2,000 on a 4K player. I wouldn't spend $1,500 on a 4K player, and that's what you're gonna have to pay for something that's used. You have to be mental and out of your mind to do that. Panasonic is your best bet. Go with the Panasonic. Let me try a different car. Let me exit out of this. I want to try a different car. I want to get something else. By the way, this is Shadow. No kidding, man. This is Shadow right here. There it is. Yeah. All right, let's request a new car. Let me go over here. Let me quit. Let me try a different car. I think this is bananas that we were playing iRacing, man. This is just pure bananas. M8500 is better, because M8500 is just more responsive. It loads faster. It has better user interface. It's just better. M8500 is faster, more responsive, better remote control. It's way better than the 8500. Like in believe me, like 50% better than the entry level, because the 8500 is entry level. That's like an entry level 4K player released in 2016. You know, and it's just it is what it is. It's a simple, basic, entry-level 4K player. The M8500 loads much faster, and if you have a Samsung TV, let's say you have a QLED and Q8FN or Q9OR or Q9FN, I don't know, or one of the latest Q9ORs. If you have that, if you have a Samsung, that player, that M8500, it's going to work flawlessly, perfectly with that television. Wow, let me... They're nice. They're actually quite nice. I like the curvature, you know, because back in the days, the curved models of, you know, KS models, KS 8000, KS 8500, KS 9500, they would have those curvatures. Some people enjoy those curved models of TVs. Honestly, I don't understand why some people bought curved Samsung televisions and then they put it on the wall. Why would you put it on the wall? And then you wonder why it's peeling off the plastic. The KS 8000, KS 8500, KS 9500, they were not meant to be put on a wall because of that curvature. All right, and quite honestly, I don't understand the whole addiction with the curvature. I never understood that, to be honest. Let's try a different car. Okay, let's try a different car over here. See what we got. What is this? We got a formula. We'll use a formula, and we're gonna go to. Man, they give you a bunch of stuff, man. Now for. Already got a car. I don't need that. Hold on. I need the track. Concourse Speedway. Nope. We need something better. Let's go here. Lanier National Park. Let's go. Yeah, they used to back in the day. Yeah. Panasonic is your best bet right now. Panasonic, it's $600. Yes, it's expensive. 500. You can get it for 500. I think. I think the price went down. You can get it for 500. I would wait maybe till holiday season to get it cheaper. Maybe 450 or 400. Panasonic's great. Again, Panasonic, it's your only option right now. Honestly, it has all the features that you would need for a good quality reading the layers of the Blu-ray disc. So I would say Panasonic is your only choice right now. All right, let's go. Let's go test. All right, here we go. Oh, well, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. Hold on. Hold on. We got to reset. Yeah, I never liked the curvatures either, man. It just wasn't my thing. Hold on. I got to put myself over here because I cannot see. I cannot see me shifting the gears. Here we go. Alright, you guys have to remember I'm using a controller. I'm not using a racing wheel, so... This is a small circuit here. I shouldn't have used this track. This track is too small for Formula. We should go to Daytona or something. Hold on. Forget it, forget it. Yeah, Chronic. Same thing with me, man. I never understood why people... let's exit. Let's try a different track. Maybe I should do... Hold on. Oh, what's going on? Wait a minute. Maybe I should do like a multiplayer race. Let's see if that works. Hold on. My mouse, it's not cooperating with me. My mouse has died on me. If it's a arc return HDMI, then it should work. If it has that arc return option, but give it. I mean, it should work. I think it should work. As long as your Denon receiver has the arc, the return arc output on the HDMI, you should be good. In my opinion, it should work. Okay, let me exit. Yes, quit. Really quit. Let's do a multiplayer. Let's just let's see how it goes. Fuck it. Let's see how bad I'm gonna suck. Let's go over here. Let's go to here. Let me register. All right. Yo, what's up, Lucas? How you doing, man? All right, so let's do this. Let me see. I'm doing good, man. I'm just testing Shadow. I'm amazed with what I can do. I can do pretty much anything. It's really a PC. There's no limitations. Well, there's some limitations. Like I was talking to Old Man. I was telling him they don't have the ability to use racing wheel. And that's like my only downside negative, that you know, you cannot use racing wheel and you cannot use triple screen monitors. But in the future, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Let's do a multiplayer here. Let's go and let's participate in... it would be cool if they can hear me, so I can tell them that I'm actually using a Shadow PC. I think they're going to lose their minds if I tell them, guess what, guys, I'm using a Shadow. Through my Nvidia Shield, I'm actually, while you are out there on your expensive rig, here I am on my Nvidia Shield through Shadow, playing and practicing together with other members of iRacing through Shadow. Oh my God, why? You see, I know why you're afraid to go out at night. And I know why you have these daylight group therapy sessions, the stadies, and the Shadow. So, I just want my half. Here we go. Ready. I'm ready. You're welcome, Cryptic. I love you too, bro. Well, let's try this. Let's see how... Here it is, man. Nvidia Shield. There it is. Let's see. See how bad I'm gonna be here. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I gotta say, the graphics have been upgraded. They look much, much better. Look at everybody's going crazy. Everybody's losing their minds. Even me. What the hell is going on here? What are we doing here? We're going in a circle jerk. This is a circle jerk. What's up, JC? Alright, let's go have some fun. Let's do this. I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay with the controller, man. You guys have an idea how difficult this is with the controller. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. How you doing, brother? Everything's muy bien. Well, kinda muy bien. Oh my god, this car can only go this fast? Only 4th gear? Oh my lord. Everybody's going crazy. This is like a disaster here. Everybody's just screwing around. Oh lord. Oh lord, I've been disqualified. I'm gonna leave right now. I knew this kind of thing sucked here. Alright, let me try a different multiplayer. Let me exit this. Let's see. You noticed a lot of 4K Blu-ray players now have 2 HDMIs on them. And the reason for that is to split the sound and picture. Yeah, it makes sense, because you gotta remember, the whole idea is not to have a bottleneck on your audio and on your video. So that way you can have a beautiful synced in audio and video. Did you notice sometimes on your receiver, if you got a really bad receiver, like the images that you see, sometimes there's a slight half a second delay. Like you see an explosion and then you hear half a second later, or they're talking, moving their mouth, and you can see that the lip sync, it's not being synced in properly. That's because of that delay. And this is why you gotta have a great receiver that has a great processing built into it for the pass-through of their HDMI. And then on top of that, you gotta also have a great television that has a excellent processing, like A9 chip from the OLED, for example. So everything's important. You know, it's not just, oh, I got a great TV. You can't buy something mediocre and then expect it to do miracles. You know, you get what you pay for. You know, look, it's an old... I hate to be one of those guys using an old-fashioned saying, but it's true. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Denon's good. I like Denon. Onkyo is really good. But I would say Pioneer. If you have to go with a Pioneer. Pioneer really, it's not going to disappoint. But Onkyo is great. Onkyo is... But Pioneer is like top-notch. Alright, let's continue. I had different types of Onkyos. I had a Pioneer, but then I fucked that up, man. It's I blew up my my speakers with that fucking thing. I cross-wired it, and I made some mistakes. And then I had to return the receiver because I thought the amps were not working properly or whatever. Uh, so Elite, it was a Pioneer Elite. I forgot which model it was. It was one of the Pioneer Elites. And then I returned it. Then I got Onkyo 676. And then I got Onkyo 777. And Onkyo 777, with all these HDCP 2.2 pass-throughs, you're good to go, man. You can connect 8 devices into your receiver, including PlayStation, Blu-ray player, Roku, what have you, Apple TV, and all of them support Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos pass-through. Now, for those of you who love Dolby Atmos, I don't know if you heard or not, but in the breaking news, now the Tidal, the Tidal, Tidal, music service that's kind of similar to Spotify, now they have Dolby Atmos for your favorite tracks. I think Lady Gaga, it's in Dolby Atmos. I think Pink Floyd, it's in Dolby Atmos. Jay-Z, it's in Dolby Atmos. Some other various artists are in Dolby Atmos. So if you have a Dolby Atmos setup, Tidal, it's definitely something you need to think about. There's another service from France, Quobuzz or Qbuzz or something like that. They have similar thing, but people have been telling me that the Tidal really has that lossless Ultra HD sound, and Dolby Atmos, having the Dolby Atmos now, that's pretty amazing. I haven't tried it, but people have been telling me if you have a Dolby Atmos setup, it's gonna sound pretty darn good. And no, I made a mistake. I know. Listen, what I was doing is, I think I remember exactly. I fucked up my Polk speakers because, excuse my language, because I cross-wired them like an idiot. I was testing. I was experimenting. I cross-wired them together with the same channel, and I realized that these speakers will not be able to withstand what I'm going to try to do, because each channel can only take so many amps, and I fucked it up. But anyway, it's in history. It was embarrassing. That's why I didn't want to make a video about it, because I fucked it up. I was experimenting. I was like, let me try cross-wiring these two speakers, these two floor speakers with the same channel. And then I realized, well, dude, these speakers are not designed to handle what I was trying to output. But anyway, I fucked it up. I'm not sure how many songs. I know Lady Gaga, they're advertising Lady Gaga, Polka Polka Face, and they're advertising, I think, Jay-Z. All the latest hip-hop artists, I'm pretty sure, will be there. Pink Floyd, some soundtracks, soundtracks, you'll see a bunch of soundtracks like The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, or Spider-Man, Endgame, stuff like that. You'll hear the soundtracks. I think soundtracks with the orchestra, it's probably going to sound the best in Dolby Atmos. Let me withdraw this right here. Yeah, that's what I did, JC. And I'm not going to tell you who recommended that for me. The guy who recommended it for me is the guy whom I blocked. Dude, it was. Look, I don't know why. Look, I like to experiment. That's how I am. I like to experiment things. And then I knew the risk. Look, man, I knew the risk. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, what are you going to do? Shit happens, right? So, listen, man, we all do some stupid shit. But sometimes, listen, what do you think Elon Musk does? Do you know how many rockets he destroyed before he can finally figure out the one that will get the astronauts safely up to the space station? You know, this is trial and error. You know, trial and error. Now, granted, Elon Musk has the money to do it. Obviously, I don't have the kind of money to do it, so I wouldn't recommend messing around with something that you're not sure about. You know, because you don't want to be wasting money constantly. But it was stupid. I should have done a little bit more research on the amps and how the amps are working, and cross-wiring them together, and it was stupid. It was fucking stupid. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. There's no other way to call it. It was just stupid. And I'm guilty as charged for stupidity. But what are you going to do? It happens, man. Oh, you bought that Bowmaker? It doesn't even work with the surround sound. I could have paid a little bit more and you got a projector. Actually, it's compatible with 5.1. I know. It's a shame that it doesn't, you know. But they do that on purpose, you know. You got to remember, those are entry-level projectors. If you have a sound bar, I guess will get the job done. But these projectors really are not meant for home theater enthusiasts. You know, if you're a home theater enthusiast, you got to go with the Optima. You got to go with something that's $2,000, $3,000 dollars. Something that has a lot of features. You know, it's going to cost you. Like building a movie theater, if you really want that movie theater experience, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I have friend of mine who spent $50,000. He has 2 garages, and he used one garage for a movie theater, and the other garage just for parking his car and his wife's car in front of a garage or whatever. And it cost him $50,000 to build that movie theater. It's nice. It's awesome. You know, if you can do it. But it's expensive. It's expensive. The projector he was using was $3,000. The setup that he had in there from Pioneer, Elite, and additional amps, all of that stuff, man, costs money. Speakers, Klipsch. He was using a Klipsch speakers. He was also using 2 subwoofers, one in the front, one in the back, to give you that nice atmospheric rumble. You know, like, you know, so you can feel it. Or if it's just a quick, deep, you know, low hertz bass, like, you know, I can feel it. So, by 50 grand, just for that. What's up, Mr. Urban World? How you doing, man? Mr. What it says? Universal Pictures will no longer release movies in theater due to making 100 million via streaming. Well, this is a good news. This is a bad news for... Okay, we're going to do this, but let's talk about that for a minute. This is a bad news for the movie theaters, you know, around the nation, around the world. They're going to go out of business. But this is a good news for projector manufacturers, you know, those laser short throw projectors. This is going to really get the projectors on the market bigger than ever. Wait till next year, 2021. The sales of projectors will skyrocket. So projectors are going to be skyrocketing. People are going to be building their own movie theaters. That's going to be number one. Also, this is a great news for a small company that made a deal with the Paramount Studios called Big Screen VR, where you're able to purchase a movie and watch a movie together with other people, sitting in a movie theater, not worrying about social distancing, because you guys can look at each other, talk to each other, and if somebody bothers you, you can mute them. And I think the Big Screen VR, this will be a great news for Big Screen VR. This is really going to help Big Screen VR. Now they have Paramount, and I'm pretty sure Universal will jump in, because now the Big Screen VR, it's not going to be difficult for Big Screen VR developers to contact Universal Studios and say to Universal, hey, Paramount, it's already on board. Why don't you join us on board? And I'm sure they will. And I'm pretty sure Sony will jump in as well. And then you're going to see everybody else. Big screen VR. This is a great news for big screen VR. And it's also going to boost the sales of virtual reality headsets and projectors. Mark my words. Yeah. No, this is logical thinking. I mean, this is nothing, you know. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure this out. You don't have to be a Nikola Tesla or Einstein. This is just a logical thinking. So, yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the VR, the big screen VR. It's really cool because you're in the comfort of your home. You don't have to worry about, you know, oh, where's my car? Where do I park my car? You don't have to worry about a COVID-19. You don't have to worry about some kind of incident happening and you can't get out of the movie theater, or some horrific thing like that has happened in the past, you know, with all these active shooters and whatnot. Remember what happened with The Dark Knight Rises? Some lunatic, some nutcase. I like that. I think a lot of people enjoy that. And if somebody bothers you, you can mute them, or you can have a private screening with certain people whom you want to watch a movie with. Or if somebody's really bothering you, you can just call an usher, digital usher, and he's going to ban the guy, kick the guy out. So big screen VR, this is your opportunity. Big screen VR, you have no idea. This is a great opportunity for big screen VR. To really make it big now. I'm telling you. But look, I don't have a crystal ball. I always tell people, this guy right here doesn't have a crystal ball. Who knows, man? It's so unpredictable. Look what has happened in the past 6 months. Just in the past 6 months. Look at this unpredictable madness in 6 months. Who could have predicted anything? So, we'll see. But anyway, let me go ahead. Let me change the track. Let me go change the track. Let me try something else. Oh yeah, dude. There's already a storm that's cooking down in Yucatan. It was a central Mexico. Central Mexico. There's already a hurricane, a tropical storm forming, and it's pushing so much rain to Florida, dude. It's like we're gonna have a rain for like 2 weeks, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, you never know, man. It's fucking crazy. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy year. This is a 2012. People say 20. No, this is a real 2012. It's 2020. That's what 2012 is. 2020. Fuck, man. Let's try change this. Hold on. Oh, they have a dirt. They have a. Oh shit, man. I didn't know that. Let's test. Let's test this shit. Oh, I don't have that. I'm sorry. I don't have a dirt. Oh crap. Let me Okay, let me go try this. I don't know, what's his name? Phil Spencer doesn't seem so confident. And I think one thing let me tell you, man, one thing I'm super sure of. One thing I'm definitely sure of. These will be the last hardware consoles. Man, if I'm sure of anything, this what I'm sure of. I'm sure that this is the last of the hardware consoles. It's just not going to be necessary. If I can do this right now in 2020 through my Nvidia Shield and play iRacing, which you need a super high-end rig, if I can do this right now through a cloud gaming, then imagine by 2031 what we're going to be able to do, especially if Elon Musk starts running all of these satellite internet these satellites, internet satellites, rotating around the planet. If that starts evolving and people are running like 3 gigabits, 10 gigabits per second, some ridiculous speed, it's just, guys, there won't be any necessity. Why would companies waste money building a hardware, partnering up with AMD and Nvidia or Intel? Why would they do that? Waste their resources. Why? When they can simply just build the data center, and do everything from data center. They can control everything. They can control the games. They can upgrade, give developers whatever they need. It just makes a logical sense. It just makes a logical sense that by 2031, it's officially, that's the end of the hardware consoles, in my opinion. Yes, we're going to ride this train for another 10 years. Yes, 10 years is a long time. We're going to ride the cocktails of X Series X and whatever redefined versions they make of it. Same thing with PlayStation 5, whatever redefined versions they make of PlayStation 5 Pro or Pro XL, whatever the hell they call it, with the PlayStation VR 2. But 2031, mark my words, that'll be it. You're not going to see any more hardware consoles. They're not going to make any hardware consoles. That I'm sure of. All right, let's go and test. All right, here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready if you are ready, dude. It runs quite nice on Nvidia Shield, man. I'm really impressed. Shadow runs the best on Nvidia Shield, I gotta tell you. Yes, Mr. Urban. Hold on. I think that's gonna happen. Honestly, we might see some sort of a cross-platform where you're gonna have to pay Microsoft a little extra money to play Sony games, and you gotta pay Sony a little extra more money to play the Xbox games, and then Nintendo will obviously probably do the same thing. Who knows? Sega might do their own cloud gaming service too. Listen, Sega could easily, right now, if I was the CEO of Sega, put me as the CEO of Sega, and I would make an excellent cloud-based Sega gaming service. Every game that we create, all you have to do is pay a monthly subscription of $10 a month, and you would have everything available. Our entire library since 1980, 1990 till today, and everything new that we make exclusively with Sega, it's going to be included with Sega Station, or we'll call it Sega Universe, or whatever, or call it Sega Planet. Sega Planet, I like that. No. Sega Playground. There you go. Sega Playground cloud service, and it's available on all of your operating systems like Linux, Android, Windows, iOS. That's what I would do. Oh yeah, I have the Christopher Nolan collection, and you're not kidding. That opening scene with the Joker looks amazing, dude. I can't believe I'm using a controller, man. This is crazy. But even with a controller, you can still manage it. That's because the iRacing really has a great mechanics built into how your car moves. And each car is different. Each car has a different weight to it, different stability to it. So let me try another track. Let me try like a different car, like a NASCAR or something, stock car. Let's go somewhere else. Let's change things a bit here. Hold on. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this is my Nvidia Shield, bro. This is Nvidia Shield. And I can go back, watch a movie. When I finish watching a movie, go back to the iRacing on my shadow. There it is. So, you can connect your mouse on Nvidia Shield. You can do that. People ask me, is Nvidia Shield worth $200? It's worth every penny. I would even pay $300 for Nvidia Shield. It's worth every penny, dude. There's so much you can do. So much. Yeah, man, let me tell you that Christopher Nolan collection, it's amazing. You got everything in there. All of the Dark Knight movies. You've got all of the Dark Knight Blu-rays and in 4K. You've got Memento. You got Dunkirk. You've got Interstellar. I mean, dude, there's Prestige, dude. It's the best collector that I ever paid for, dude. That thing is worth every penny. That collector's Christopher Nolan collection. And how dare you, HBO Max? How pathetic is that? How pathetic! I gotta criticize HBO Max, Time Warner. How pathetic! How weak and pathetic can you be that you can't even bring Christopher Nolan collection on your HBO Max? Forget the 4K. I know you cannot do 4K, and which is embarrassing that you cannot do 4K. Don't even think about HDR. Don't even think about Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. But the fact you can't even bring Christopher Nolan collection, that's disappointing, man. That's a disappointing lunch. Like, stunningly embarrassingly bad. Disney Plus had Endgame, all of the Marvel movies, all of the Star Wars movies on a launch day. 4K Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos for $7. You can't even hold a glass of water to Disney Plus at this point. It's embarrassing. HBO Max is just, I don't know why people are defending it. I don't know, is this some, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Does everyone work for Time Warner? Listen, I love Warner Brothers. I have nothing against Warner Brothers, but even Warner Brothers know that this is a really weak ass. This is like HBO Now plus, like HBO Now 1.5. I would call this HBO Now 1.5. You know, it's not HBO Maximum. It's HBO 1.5. A little extra, just a little extra. I mean, come on. I mean, what happened? Did your balls dropped off? It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, man. All right, so let's go try a different track. I want to try something else here. Let's see what we're gonna try. Man, I'm blind here. I can't see nothing. No, we don't want that. We want something better. There's a Pontiac. All right, we'll take a Pontiac, and let's go to Charlotte Speedway. Let's go there. And let's adjust the weather, dude. I want to adjust the weather. I want to... let me see. That's fine. Let's go. And then, what is that? Netflix doesn't really have a whole lot of 4K content on it. Disney Plus, on the other hand, has... oh, yeah, man. I mean, the entire Star Wars library. The entire Marvel. Jesus, just the Marvel library. It's just more than enough to, like, go, like, oh, Jesus. So, yeah. I mean, there's no and it's $7. And you're paying $7. Instead of 15. Look, there's no competition. There's no comparison, really. There's just. Are you excited for HBO Max? Ooh, I'm so excited. Jesus Christ, bunch of movies missing, bunch of movies leaving. I'm unbelievably excited. You know. Nah, thank you, man. It's all right, bro. I understand, man. You're tired, man. Hey, let's bump up the graphics, man. Let's see what we can do with the graphics. With shadow. It's pretty good, actually. This is good. All right, so it's pretty good. All right, let's test. But it's bananas that I'm able to use the iRacing on shadow. But hey, this is Mazda. No, it's Pontiac. All right, let's go. Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing, brother? Is HBO Max worth it? At the moment, I wouldn't say that it's worth it. At the moment, I wouldn't say that it's worth it. I would probably wait, unless you can get a 30-day free trial. Only under one condition, Michael. If you can get a 30-day free trial, that's like under that condition, under one condition. But currently, right now, I would wait and see, because there's so much stuff missing. You missing Christopher Nolan collection, for crying out loud. You missing Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3, 4. You're missing bunch of stuff. You're missing the entire Dirty Harry collection. Not Harry Potter, Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood collection. There's a lot of shit missing, dude. Even Live, Die, and Repeat. It's not there. Edge of Tomorrow, it's not there. the Godzilla 2013 Godzilla, 2014 Godzilla, it's not there. I mean, there's so much shit missing. It's unacceptable. Dark Knight trilogy is missing. All of the Christopher Nolan movies are nowhere to be seen. No. I mean, I'm sorry. And on top of that, on top of that, guess what, brother? Guess what, Michael? On top of that, you're paying $15 and no 4K, no HDR, no Dolby Vision, no Dolby Atmos, not even a DTS, just a lousy Dolby Digital 5.1. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I cannot I'm sorry. No, I mean, you know, kiss my hairy ass. Get some stuff in there. If you want 15 bucks, you got to put a bunch of stuff in there. Disney Plus, it's only $7. $7, and look the kind of quality you are getting. Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, 4K, top-notch bitrate, top-notch movies, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, Pirates of Caribbean. I mean, come on, dude. Sorry. Nope. Disney Plus, it dominates. Disney Plus, it's dominating the HBO Max. Really, they can't even hold a glass of water. I'm sorry. And then somebody said to me, but they have Alien and Aliens. Well, guess what? Amazon Prime has Alien and Aliens. What about it? What about it? So, no. Sorry. Disney Plus has Avatar. I mean, Jesus Christ, they got Avatar. They got National Geographic. They got all of the documentaries from James Cameron in there. And I think James Cameron has some kind of a partnership with Disney. I think he loves Disney. Well, he definitely... Well, we all know why he has a partnership. Because he has a... Hold on. Because James Cameron has Avatar in Animal Kingdom in Orlando with Disney. So that's because he built the Pandora theme park, and it's a pretty cool Pandora theme park. Is pretty cool. It's really amazing when you go there, when you see it. It's in Animal Kingdom in Orlando, so not far from Universal. That's why he has that partnership. But that's cool. And Disney Plus, it's only $7. Man, and if you take a triple pack for $13, you get Hulu. Hulu. Look, no. Let's dissect this right now. Let's not waste any time. Look what you're getting for $13. If you go to triple pack, you're getting Hulu included. Hulu with all of their specials and all of their originals and all of their anime. If you love anime, brother, Hulu is your friend. You get Hulu included. You get ESPN Plus. You can watch all of the football games, all of the boxing, all of the UFC. You get ESPN Plus included. On top of juggernaut of Disney Plus library for $13. Less than what you're paying for HBO Max. What are you getting for HBO Max for 15 bucks? It's... Seriously. If I was a CEO of Time Warner and HBO, I would be stunningly embarrassed to release what they have released. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people are giving it good reviews. HBO Max, it's awesome. Dude, what like, okay, but it's like HBO Now, except HBO Now 1.5, with little extra features, little extra stuff. But dude, there's nothing groundbreaking that I could say, ooh, this shit is like the best there is. I mean, it's pretty bad, man. In comparison to Disney Plus, and what you are listening, you have to look at it in terms of value. Remember, I always talk about the value. When it comes to these subscription services, you got to ask yourself, hey, who is giving me a better value? Is Disney Plus giving me a better value, or is HBO Max giving me a better value? In my opinion, Disney Plus, just Disney Plus alone for $7 gives you a pretty good value that's way better than what the HBO Max is charging for $15. Now, if you choose to go for $12.99 bundle of ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, which I recommend, $13 bundle. That's the best bundle. For that bundle, bro, HBO Max, just give up. HBO Max, just give up. Give up. It's embarrassing to even, we can't even compete. There's no competition. It's embarrassing. So I don't understand the strategical logistics of how they're gonna profit out of this whole HBO Max, and they're barely even talking about it right now. They're barely even advertising it. They were campaigning it and advertising it like ridiculously on CNN and other TBS and TNT sister networks because it's part of Time Warner. Are you excited? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you excited? I was like, okay, I'm waiting. No. It's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. When you look at Disney Plus, it's embarrassing. It's shamefully embarrassing. HBO. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. What is my favorite Marvel movie? Oh, man. People are going to hate me for this. I love Captain America, dude. I know people are going to jump on my case. Why Captain America? I'm not a fan of Chris Evans. Why not the Iron Man? I love Iron Man. But there's something about Captain America. I don't know. There's something about him. I don't know. It's just, I know people are going to hate me. And I was like, oh, you like Captain America. How dare you? How dare you? Well. Spider-Man's good. I like him too. But what I like about Captain America is just like, he's always serious. You know, I like that about him. You know, everybody else trying to be cheesy, trying to throw one-liners, and especially Tony Stark. But that's how he is. Everything's a joke to him. But you know, Captain America is more like, almost more realistic, more like a Winter Soldier. When you look at the Winter Soldier, it almost feels as if somebody like this could really exist. And I really thought they did a great job on Captain America. I mean, good luck. Listen, good luck to anybody out there trying to fill in Chris Evans' shoes. Same thing with the Wolverine, what Hugh Jackman has done with the Wolverine. I'm sorry. Good luck filling in those shoes, you know. Spider-Verse was awesome, dude. I have it on Dolby Vision. On Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. I have it. It looks amazing on the OLED. Oh. But listen, if you have a 30-day free trial, use the 30-day free trial and see it for yourself. But honestly, I wouldn't sign up and pay $15. If you have a free trial, use the free trial and check it out for yourself. I think the best thing to do right now is go with a Disney Plus. If you have a free trial, take the advantage of free trial on Disney as well. But with HBO and Max, we have to wait. We'll see what they're going to do. Are they going to bring the 4K? Are they going to bring Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos? Are they going to bring Christopher Nolan collection? Are they going to do something special with the Christopher Nolan to give us like a Christopher Nolan director's cut of The Dark Knight, never before seen? Are they going to do something special? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Are they going to bring out their legendary pictures, movies? So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But currently, right now, it's just I cannot like say, oh, go get it, go spend $15. Right now, that's your meal. That's a Burger King. That's Bacon King for $9. You can eat, feed your belly, so you're not starving. With a Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper. So, but to be spending $15 on HBO Max right now, it's like, I'm not feeling it, man. Just not feeling it, dude. But let's wait. Let's be fair. They just released. Let's wait till October. If they don't change anything by October, if there's no updates or changes, then forget about it, you know. So we'll see what happens by October. Actually, I'm doing pretty good with a controller, man. I'm using a controller on a Shadow, not even a racing wheel, but I'm doing pretty good here. That's crazy. I'm doing pretty good, actually. Okay. I'm getting surgical here now. Hold on a second. A lot of Tyler says they should have launched the service with something worthwhile. Yes, Tyler. Yes, that's exactly my whole point. Yes, it's embarrassing that they didn't. Like, what were they thinking? Like, who? I don't understand. Some of these executives in Time Warner, in Burbank, in California, Southern California, these executives in the Time Warner Brothers studio lot, sitting around the table with their suits and ties and their fancy glasses, and they think this is okay. We can release it in this shape. We can release HBO and Max in this shape. When our competitors, Disney, it's a juggernaut, Godzilla, that's going to crush us. I don't know. I just, it's beyond me. A lot of people like the character Deadpool. However, I would choose Captain America over him. I don't like funny goof. You know what? Ryan Reynolds has always been a joker. He's always been a comedian. He's a Canadian comedian. I remember seeing his National Lampoon, movie when he did. He's a comedian. I mean, that's what he is. He's a comedian. And I think Deadpool fits him perfectly. Ryan Reynolds, I enjoy him for entertainment, and I think Deadpool fits him perfectly. But I also agree that he's way too overrated. I don't laugh with every joke that he says. I don't laugh with every move that he makes in a Deadpool. There's some scenes where I'm laughing my ass off, obviously. When he uses a certain injected quotes about Thanos, with a cable in the Deadpool, played by Josh Brolin, and he keeps injecting the Thanos thing. But I think it's a bit, I agree. I can definitely agree on that it's way too overrated. But majority loves Deadpool, and I love Deadpool, and look, that's his baby. I don't think anybody, and I'm being honest. I don't think anybody could play Deadpool the way Ryan Reynolds does the Deadpool. He's a fan of Deadpool. He read every Deadpool comic. He really loves Deadpool, and he understands Deadpool probably better than anybody else out there. And he really does a great job. I mean, hands down. I mean, I don't. How dare me even question somebody else play a Deadpool than Ryan Reynolds? He fits him perfectly. But I also agree. I understand your point on being way too overrated. I'm sure even Ryan Reynolds would say, yeah, I think I'm being a little bit overrated, but that's okay. I'm a Deadpool. That'll be like if Heath Ledger was alive. I guarantee you, if Heath Ledger was alive, he would be my age. He would also tell you, I think guys, they're overrating me too much. He'll probably tell you that Jack Nicholson is the best Joker. He probably wouldn't say, no, I mean, my Joker is like, whatever. But he would probably tell you that his favorite Joker is Jack Nicholson. But to us, we would say, no, no, Heath Ledger, you're the best Joker. But he would say, if he was alive, I guarantee you, Heath Ledger would say, no, I'm not the best Joker. I don't consider myself the best Joker. That's probably what he would have said. How do I stream the Netflix on it? Oh, that's simple. I use my Apple TV. I connected my Apple TV. By the way, Apple TV is great. Let me tell you something. There are three devices that I would recommend: Nvidia Shield, Apple TV, and Roku. If you have Roku, Roku's pretty good as well. But Roku, it's built inside a TCL TV, so if you have TCL, then you're pretty much all set. But Nvidia Shield and Apple TV, those are the best streaming devices. I mean, even right now, look at this, man. Here I am on my Nvidia Shield, playing Shadow, playing iRacing, playing my computer. And then I can watch whatever I want to watch. I can sideload any applications I want to sideload. Nvidia Shield and Apple TV, but especially Nvidia Shield. I would say Apple TV is great in terms of 4K HDR content, in terms of video games you can play on there as well. But Nvidia Shield, really, there's no limits. There are simply no limits to what you can install on this device. And that's how I use the Netflix and Amazon Prime and all of these other Disney Plus apps. I use my Apple TV on there. And Apple TV really fits nicely. You just put it on top of your cabinet, on top of your projector, sits there, and boom. I haven't tried that, and honestly, I haven't tried it, but some people told me it's not that good because the Wi-Fi that's built inside these bow makers, it's not a really great Wi-Fi, and sometimes there's a delay, there's a scrambled picture. That's something you could do if you are traveling somewhere. Let's say you're camping, and or you're like in the backyard, and in the backyard you want to watch a movie in the backyard around the forest. You want to put a little like a white sheet and then turn on that projector, take those portable projectors to make it nice and romantic with your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, whoever, and then you watch it. So it has that, and then you can use your phone. You can use your phone. All you have to do is connect your projector, and then use your phone, and then do it wirelessly. While you're barbecuing or eating or drinking in the backyard, and there you go. So that's like the only reason I could think of you maybe using a phone to, or if you go to picnic somewhere, I don't know, you have a generator or something, whatever, plug it in and enjoy it. You know, you can get those portable 120-inch screens. You can put them together, put them in the back of your truck, put them in the back of your SUV or what have you, right? And you can enjoy it. But just make sure that you leave some apples and some kebabs and some beef jerky for Sasquatches. Don't be rude. Sasquatches, they want to watch a movie too. So let them have some food. Tell them, here you go, pick it up. And that's it. I don't know why everyone hates Blade. Dude, I love Blade. I love Wesley Snipes. To me, Wesley Snipes, it's always going to be Blade. The first... Oh! Luke Smith. You just reminded me. Hold on. Let me bring this up here. Luke, you just reminded me of something. You just reminded me. Blade is missing. Blade, it's missing from HBO Max. You know the first Blade, Wesley Snipes, Steven Dorff. I love that entrance in the nightclub, man. That was such a fucking cool movie. Even the second Blade was great. First two Blades, awesome. Trinity, I enjoyed it, but first two Blades, I love it. And Wesley Snipes is the Blade. He always will be the Blade to me. I don't know. I mean, because he is the Blade. Okay. So that movie's missing. Like, what the hell, Warner Brothers? Like, what the hell? There's a lot of movies missing on HBO Max, and that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Maybe I'll do a video. I'll go through the alphabet, and I'll show you how many movies are missing. And the amount of movies that's missing on HBO Max, it's pretty bad. Let's try a different track. Let's exit this. Let's try a different track. You know, I'm pretty sure whoever's gonna do it next, I'm pretty sure they're gonna give it their best, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring their own signature for this generation. You know, but I remember Blade the way I remember Blade in '99, and to me that's the Blade I remember. So Wesley Snipes is, to me, and it's always going to be, the Blade. So, you know, people can kiss my ass, they can kiss my hairy ass. Wesley Snipes is the Blade, and it ends right there. Okay. Sorry for the language, but you know, they were like, no, he's getting old. What are you talking about? Wesley Snipes still in great shape. What are you talking about? Wesley's getting old. No, Wesley is still in great shape. Like, what are you talking about? Wesley Snipes is still in great shape. Everybody's looking for an excuse. What are you talking about? They robbed him out of Blade. He needs to be in the next Blade. He needs to come back. Wesley Snipes, come back on the Blade movie. Come on. Come on. For crying out loud. Man, you gotta watch the Blade 1. Him and Steven Dorff. Oh, man. You gotta watch that, man. Oh, it was classic. Especially that entrance in the beginning. That nightclub scene. Man, you gotta watch it. Just watch it tonight. Rent it. Buy it. Whatever, dude. I don't care. Redbox. Either, whichever way. Man. Blade. The first one. Hell yeah. Who was the director on the first one? Dude, I never remember who the director was. Was it Stephen Hopkins? The guy who did The Predator 2? Who the hell was it? The director of the first Blade. I can't remember, man. But he did a great job. He did a fucking great job, man. The first Blade was top notch. It was around the same time when... It was 98. I'm sorry. It was 98. It was 98, I think. And The Matrix came out in 99. It was around the same time when the Fight Club... Here's what happened. Blade, Fight Club, Matrix. Blade, Fight Club, Matrix. It was those three movies that were just kind of pushing in from 98, 99. And of course, next to it, you had all these other movies like Saving Private Ryan and whatnot. But, you know, it was Blade, Fight Club, and Matrix in 99. And of course, The Matrix in 99 just dominated the box office big time. I think I saw the movie like a gigatrillion times. Probably gigatrillion times. Like infinite number of times. Oh, Stephen Norrington. Yes, you're right. British. Yeah, Stephen Norrington. Yeah. How about this? Stephen Norrington, bring him back. Bring Stephen Norrington back and bring Wesley Snipes back. How about that? A nice reunion. Dude, I'll fucking pay to see that movie. Right now. I'll pay the double. I'll pay $30 to see. Dude, I'll pay $60 to see it. I swear to God. Bring it. Bring the original director. Bring Wesley Snipes. Let's see the Blade come back. Come on. Let's do it. Anyway, let's try a different car. I don't understand some of these decisions, man. It's almost like these executives in the studios, they really don't understand us. They really don't understand the audience. You're making a movie for us, the audience. You're not making a movie for yourself. It's almost like they're not reading us. They're not reading what the public wants. You know, we want what we want, and you got to give it to us. Why? Because you're making movies for us. Steven Spielberg said it the best. My job is to entertain people. I got to give them what they want. And he's been doing that in the past 30, 40, 30 years, 40 years. He's been entertaining us, giving us what we want. You got to give people what they want, man. You're making movies for people. You're not making movies for yourself. This is why I criticize Naughty Dog. I said to Naughty Dogs, I love you, but you are making a video game for us. You're not making a video game for yourself or for your political views or for your whatever agenda movements that you have. You got to put that aside. You are an artist and you're making a video game for us, the gamers. Millions and millions, billions of gamers out there across the planet, across the world. You have to look at it like that. Okay? And you're going to see when you play that game, The Last of Us Chapter 2, yes, you will be blown away by the graphics. Yes, you go, oh, wow, wow, oh, wow, wow. You're going to be blown away by how graphically violent the game is. But, wait a minute, you get to the second act, third act, and then you see just how weak you're going to feel as a man. You're going to say, well, this is kind of bullshit. I don't buy into this. Nah, I'm not buying it. And then you're going to feel like, you're going to forget about the graphics. You're going to forget about all the graphic violence and all that shit. Because it's going to make you feel like, I don't want to spoil it, but you're going to feel like you're playing some kind of dominatrix Rising or whatever. I'm the badass. Only I can do this. You men are worthless. You're nothing. I'm going to conquer everything. It's going to feel like fucking that. Okay, and this is what you're not going to be ready for. I know you're excited. I know you're super fucking excited about The Last of Us Chapter 2. But you don't know what I know, and you don't know what the others know who have seen the leaks, who have seen the ending of the game. And that's the part where you're going to say, fuck. That's the part where you're going to say, fuck. And I don't want to spoil the game, but I have to give you a warning. You're going to hate that part of the game. Yes, you're going to enjoy the graphics. Yes, you're going to enjoy the mechanics of the game and how realistic it is. But you're going to hate the message that's being shoved in your throat. You're going to hate that. Joel cannot. He didn't raise me. He couldn't raise me even if he wanted to. I raised myself. Joel's a joke. I hate him. I hate the fact that he's a man. I hate him. I hate all the men. And everybody will pay to what happened to my girlfriend, to my lover. I don't want to spoil the fucking game. I'm not going to spoil it. But there will be some shitty message. You're going to feel a bit less testosterone boost. Yeah, no, I'm going to change the subject. I'm not going to say anything. That's it. You're right, Desperado. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be taught. That's out of. I shouldn't be mentioning The Last of Us at all. I swear to God, I will not mention The Last of Us at all after November 19th. After June 19th, June 20th, June 23rd. I swear to you, my mouth is zipped. I will not say anything about The Last of Us after the June 19th, 20th, 23rd, after I finish my live stream. I will not say anything. This is iRacing. By the way, how you doing, Desperado, man? ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Muy bien, huh? Perfecto. Everything's muy bien. How you been, man? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I will not talk about The Last of Us. That's it. Psst. Or otherwise, it'll be the last of me. Wait a minute. Let's go change a car. This is Shadow, by the way. I mean, if you just dropping in Desperado, this is Shadow on my Nvidia Shield. I'm able to play iRacing game. Very demanding specs on your computer to run iRacing, and I'm able to run the iRacing on the cloud through Shadow PC with a boost tier. And that's crazy, man. That is just bananas. Let's try Optima here. There's Optima here. And let's try a different track. I'm going to try a different track now. Let's go to Japan. Here we go. That's it. Yeah, Mr. Urban World. It all started, remember? You guys remember Desperado, Luke? I know Desperado and Mr. Urban World. You guys remember. It all started with... it all went down to shit. It all went down to shit when that tragedy happened with Kobe Bryant. I swear. When that tragedy happened with Kobe Bryant, everything started coming down. Like, it's just like the world got sucked out. It's so bizarre. Ever since that day, after we lost Kobe and his beautiful daughter, may they rest in heaven in peace, everything just like a dark cloud. Like there's like a big giant dark cloud hovering above us. It was just so strange. Did you guys get that feeling? I swear to God, I got that feeling. Just that feeling of uneasiness. Yeah, it does, Desperado. And this is on Shadow, believe it or not. And I'm using a controller. There it is. Nvidia Shield controller. Yeah, Mr. Urban World, I felt the same way, and well, actually, if you watch that live stream, I did a live stream. Remember on Stadia, I did, there was a game called Gylt, Gylt. And you'll see on that live stream how I felt when you guys broke me the news. It happened while we were live streaming, and when you look at that live stream, when you look at my face and how I was choking up and how I was like confused, like in disbelief, like I really felt something wrong. There's something wrong going on. Like there's something this year. It's not off to a good start, and yeah. And that feeling, I mean, it's still with me, that feeling, man. But that also, I try to be positive, because here's what I want to say before we continue. What my father used to say, may he rest in peace. He always said to me, there's always going to be, every generation in the past has dealt with difficult horrific times, whether it's the Great Depression in 1940s, World War I, World War II, Civil Rights Movement, the 60s, Vietnam War, 1970s. There's always, every generation brings something greater, And that's what I believe in. Every generation, no matter how difficult, no matter how dark things are, every generation brings something greater, something better. And that's what this generation is going to do. They're going to bring something greater, something better against all the odds. And that's where my positivity lies in that. That's what I believe in. That's what I believe in strongly. Yeah, 6 more months, man. May God help us all. 6 more months. I mean, it runs pretty nice, actually. It's not bad. I don't know, man. Who knows? I thought we're gonna be alright. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. I hope we're fine. I like to believe. I'm always optimistic, man. You can't live a life being negative. And look, man, you gotta stay optimistic. You gotta stay optimistic. I mean, what's the alternative, right? You gotta stay optimistic. But not just being optimistic. You know, there's a lot of things you can do as a person. Let me tell you something. All of us are connected to the universe, one way or the other, regardless of your skin color, your ethnic background, what you believe. It doesn't matter. We're all connected to the universe. And I believe that every single one of us, the decisions that we make can alter a better future if we make the right decisions. You remember how I always talk about, you know, about mental health problems. Don't push away somebody. Don't outcast somebody. Help someone. Bring him as a friend. Talk to him. Don't just push people aside. Don't just look down upon somebody because they're not looking like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise. Do your best. Do your best to treat people, as human beings. That has a huge impact, man. What I say here has a huge impact on what I'm saying. We all have to just not talk about it, but make an example. What's the example? Well, you see a guy out there on the streets and he's got nothing to eat. Buy him something to eat. Give him something to eat. Help him out. Small little things. Don't judge people based on their style, how they're dressed. Okay? Don't judge people based on that. Don't judge people at all. Only based on their actions. You should only judge individuals based on their actions, what they do. Not on who they are, how they dressed, what they listen to. Based on the actions that they take. And this is something that obviously takes a long time. You know, nothing happens overnight. But I believe that this technology, the internet, access of information, it's only going to bring the new generations more closer and closer together. And I have a faith in that, man. I have a huge faith in that. It's almost as if I can see it. Yes, we're going to go through some dark times. We're going to go through some dark times. But at the end of the tunnel, there will be that brighter light, that beacon for the greater and better tomorrow. I believe strongly in that. I know it because I know we as humans. Them aliens, I know you're laughing right now, but them aliens, they're jealous. They are jealous of us. Do you know why they're jealous of us? Because we have all of these traits, all of these abilities that they don't have. They're just depended on their technology. Without technology, they cannot exist. We can adapt to any situation. We can adapt to anything. We can overcome anything. And we have proven that. In past 250 thousands of years, we have proven that we can overcome anything and everything. And they're jealous of that. Them aliens. I'm not kidding. They're jealous. And they admire us in a way. I think they admire us because we can do what they can't do. And that's have different ideas, different thinking, you know, adapt quickly on circumstances that are much more difficult. We're able to adapt to whatever's coming next. And they can do that. That's my belief. That's how I feel. I know I'm kind of going deep on this, but that's the way I look at it. I mean, you know, it's you shouldn't think about it every day. You know, here's the thing. Here's what I want to say. What you just said there is true, Luke Smith. It's unhealthy to think about negative stuff all day long, or to think about stuff that bothers us all day long. But we also have to have conversation. You know, conversations needs to be had. You know, we have to talk about it because it is uncomfortable, and we have to talk about it because we cannot move forward if we are not talking about the uncomfortable elephant in the room. Okay, and we have to talk about that uncomfortable elephant in the room. We have to address it, and we have to strip away our egos. We have to detach from our egos, and we gotta. That's the only way we move forward. It is the only way, man. Now, I don't have a magic pill. I don't have a magic potion that I can just. I wish that I did, but I don't. Where I can just make things be perfect. I cannot do that. Make everything in harmony and be perfect. I mean, I don't have that power to do that. But what I do believe is that we can overcome anything and everything. And we will overcome this. And we'll be better for it. We will be better for it. We're going to progress to another level of better civilization. With better understandings. Okay? Not forgetting the past, remembering the past, but also moving forward with a much better understanding, much better knowledge. And that's what's needed. But that's just my opinion, how I feel, you know. Everybody else, obviously, it's okay to have listen, it's okay to have a difference of opinion, you know. The only way democracy works is we got to hear all sides of the aisle. We have to hear everyone's points of view. You don't have to agree with everyone's points of view. You don't have to like everyone's points of view. But we got to hear, we have to collect the data. We have to analyze the data. We have to look at statistics, and we have to talk about it, you know, to see how we can move forward. Okay. And that's what needs to happen within the communities, within the law enforcement, within politics, within every core of our departments. We need to talk and have a real talk and think about the future. What kind of future do we want to live in? What kind of future do we want to have? And we got to look really hard into ourselves and who we are, like real honestly. You know, and then move forward. It's kind of like you have to acknowledge that you have a problem. That's the number one. And that problem that you have, you need to address that problem, and you need to work on that problem so that it's not a problem anymore, so that way you can move forward. I know I'm speaking in a figurative speech, but you know what I'm saying. And that's like the only way that anything can be resolved is by having an honest talk and then moving forward. Let me try another car. I'm not here to give any solutions. I'm not here to give any answers. But what I do have, I believe in human beings. I believe in human beings because I read a lot of history. I studied a lot of history. And when I look throughout history, it already proves to me that human beings have the ability to overcome everything and anything, and they will. And they will evolve for a better tomorrow. That I am 100% confident. I know you're not feeling it right now because we're in these dark times. We're going through this tunnel. But in the future, your kids, their kids, they're going to see that better future, that brighter future. There you go. Amen. I agree. All right, let me quit this really quick and let's try a different track. See what we have. What's the last 4K movie I watched? That's a good question. The last 4K movie I saw was Godzilla, the King of All Monsters. I know you're gonna laugh, but I love Godzilla, man. And that was like, I love that movie. You know what? I like that movie because that movie has a really good message. And of course, Ken Watanabe, you know, that Japanese actor, he was in The Last Samurai. What a great actor, man. He was in Inception, Batman Begins, and The Last Samurai, opposite Tom Cruise. So that was the movie I saw. Godzilla, King of All Monsters. And, you know, I think we need Godzilla more than ever to remind us that we're all human beings and we need to take care of each other and we need to believe in each other and be honest with each other. So I like that message, man. I like Godzilla message. You know, you got to look at Godzilla not just as entertainment. You have to look at Godzilla. Even the director of the movie says, you know, there's. I like to inject certain messages in the movie and to see if the people will get it. To see when they watch it second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, maybe sixth time, if they're going to get the message that I'm trying to come across here. And I can see that. See, I have this deeper thinking, deeper vivid vision on when I'm watching something. I can see the layer behind the layer of the messaging. When you're looking at the imagery, when you're looking at the movie, you can see that. Some people, they interpret these movies as just as entertainment. Yes, they are entertainment. Godzilla doesn't exist, but it's the symbol of Godzilla, the idea of Godzilla, the symbol of that goodness and peace that we all should look into, to saving our planet, to saving ourselves, and moving forward. And we can all coexist together. They just released the Goonies 4K for the anniversary, 35 years. Oh, that's Josh Brolin. Godzilla. He's getting fat. Poor Godzilla, man. Needs to go on a diet. He's been juicing too much. Shit. There's a lot of jokes about Godzilla in a movie. Oh, let me try a different. See what else we got. I'll go with a Cadillac. Cadillac and here we go. USA International Speedway. Let's do that. Perfect. Yeah, young Josh Brolin. He's on Instagram all the time. I recently did something on my Instagram. I was just goofing around. Look, I love Dwayne Johnson. If you saw that on Instagram, just remember I love Dwayne The Rock, and he's my neighbor. He lives down here. You know, I mean, not close to me, but you know, in the city. Anyway, I love Dwayne Johnson. I mean, I respect the guy. I respect him. It's just some people took it the wrong way because he did this powerful message video, but I felt it was a little bit bad acted. You know, it was like, where's our leaders? Where are our leaders now? You know, like, so I did a little joke where I did basically, I did a 20 seconds. I was pretending to be a joker, and I said, you know, where are our leaders? Where are they? Huh? Dwayne The Rock. So it was just a little like a sketch thing I did, but people took it the wrong way. They were like, dude, you mocking him? You mocking The Rock? He whoop your ass. He whoop your ass. I know The Rock will whoop my ass. I know he can do it in sleep. I'm just, it's like a joke. Like, relax. It's just a joke, man. I'm just joking. Even says Joker. You know, of course I love his speech. I highlighted his speech. I gave him a thumbs up. I love it. And I would love to see him run for president. I would love to. I respect Dwayne Johnson. I love his work. I respect him as a person. But people take everything so seriously. You know, everything so seriously. Like, relax. Damn it. Darn it. Relax. You know? I don't know. It's look, I don't know how long that thing's going to last on Instagram and on my Facebook. You guys are welcome to go check it out. It's a joke. You know? Now everybody's going to go check it out. Everybody's going to go, oh, well, let's go check out his Instagram. Hold on. All right, this is a Cadillac STS. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Here we go. Ready, steady, go. Obviously, I don't recommend anybody using a controller, but this is shadow, so I'm using shadow for this. You got to use a racing wheel, 100%. But hey, what I'm trying to prove, actually, what I'm trying to show, not just prove, but what I'm trying to show on this live stream is that yes, technically you could play iRacing on your tablet. If maybe you don't have your, obviously you can't carry your racing rig with you everywhere you go, so maybe you want to play some iRacing. Guess what? You can still do it on a shadow with a 15 megabit per second connection. And I think that's the whole point here that I'm trying to bring about, trying to showcase. Of course, no one's gonna at home play iRacing like this. You want to have an iRacing 240 hertz, 1 millisecond response time, you know, G-Sync performance monitor with pretty good racing wheel, probably direct drive racing wheel from Fanatic, but it's doable. I mean, as you can see, you can play it. It's playable. It's doable. I got a black flag. Gotta go for the repairs. Hold on. I remember Josh Brolin, man. I bet you... Okay. Let me ask you a question. I bet you guys don't know that Josh Brolin was in one of the TV shows. I'm gonna keep racing, and I want you guys to tell me. Don't Google it. I want you to tell me in what TV show in the early 90s, like 95, 94, 96, and what TV show did the Josh Brolin appear? And the TV show episode has to do with the virtual reality. What TV show was it? I know you guys don't know. I barely anybody knows. It was episode 4. Episode 4, I believe, or episode 5. One of the famous TV shows on Showtime. Oh my goodness, how could you not know? I'll tell you. It was The Outer Limits. The Outer Limits TV show on Showtime. It was episode, I believe, 5. Has to do with virtual reality. And he was one of those tech geek designers of virtual reality, and it's a pretty interesting episode. Josh Brolin was in it. Highly recommend that you go check it out on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, The Outer Limits, it's included, so you can watch it right now. Well, that was a great TV show, man. I used to watch that on Showtime righteously. I used to watch that, man, big time. No, not Tales. Even though that's a great TV show, Tales from the Crypt, it's awesome. But it was The Outer Limits. Okay, here's another one. This one you should know. What is the movie? What is the movie that Josh Brolin was in? Opposite Kevin Bacon. Don't Google it. Opposite Kevin Bacon. What was the movie? Come on. Come on. And the guy from RoboCop, director from the RoboCop, directed the movie. Which movie is it? Come on. Come on, guys. You should know it. Come on. Come on. Don't Google it, please. Come on, don't Google now. I know you're trying to... Hollow Man. Yes, Luke Smith. Yes, Hollow Man. He was a scientist. He worked with Kevin Bacon. They were testing on that gorilla to see if the gorilla can disappear. And then Kevin Bacon wanted to... Elizabeth Shue was Josh Brolin's girlfriend in that movie, and Kevin Bacon was jealous that he was banging her and he wasn't. So so he figured, if I become an invisible man, I can screw around. And Elizabeth Shue, you know, back in her days, you know, she was pretty hot. I mean, she's still hot, but back in her days, man, oh, damn. God damn. You ever seen the Nicolas Cage Leaving Las Vegas? She was also in the Back to the Future. Elizabeth Shue, Back to the Future. She was there too. I'm your IMDb. You don't need to go to IMDb. You just go to Mr. 4K. There's your IMDb. Mr. 4K IMDb. Oh, free Whopper. Oh, man, I want the Bacon King. I want the damn Bacon King with the large fries. By the way, Josh Brolin was recently talking about his experience working with... this is the second time working with the director, Denise, the Montreal Canadian-French Montreal director who directed, obviously, the first... what was that movie that he did with him? Jesus Christ. Sicario. The first Sicario movie he did with Josh Brolin, and now they work together second time for the Dune. You know, the Dune based on the original book and the original movie. That what was the name of the director that directed it? Jesus Christ. David Lynch, right? David Lynch directed Dune. So it was kind of pretty cool to see him talk about that experience. So I think it's going to be a great movie. Jason Momoa is in it as well. A bunch of other actors whom you're going to recognize. So can't wait for that. It should be a good movie, man. Dune. Yeah, he's a good director. He's a visionary. I like his... He has that James Cameronish... Not 100% James Cameron, but he has that visual of James Cameronish, Nolanish type of a visionary thing. And I like that he has that, man. I like that. So can't wait for that. Let's try another track. Late afternoon. How about sunset? Let's do a sunset. And let's try a different track. Michigan. Here we go. And let's try a different car. Let's go. What is this? Here we go. That'll do it. Let's go. Yeah, Benicio del Toro. He's a great actor too. Benicio del Toro. Okay, here's a pop quiz question. What was the movie? Don't Google it. I want to see how good you guys are with the movies. Because people always ask me about movies. I was like, okay, let's go through encyclopedia of movies and let's see how good you are. What was the movie that Benicio del Toro was in, briefly was in, opposite Jack Nicholson? Don't Google it now, damn it. And you probably wouldn't even recognize him in the movie because the way he played it was pretty good. What was the movie? It was Jack Nicholson was in it. Jack Nicholson and Benicio del Toro was in it briefly. That shows you how many movies Benicio del Toro was in. People don't realize like how many movies he was in. Okay, I'll tell you. Sean Penn directed it. It was a movie in 2000, I think, called The Pledge. The Pledge. Jack Nicholson was in it. The Pledge. It's an interesting movie. It's an interesting movie. It's about keeping the promise that you're going to find a killer and that you're going to honor that pledge, that you're going to find a killer that killed this little girl. And that will be your pledge to this family. And even though you've been a police officer for 50 years and now this is your retirement and you're finally coming out of the retirement, but you still don't want to retire. You still want to keep that pledge. And then something happens to you. You become paranoid. You move up to a different town to escape the homicides and all that nonsense. But then something happens to you because of that pledge. It's a really great movie. It was directed by Sean Penn. I'm not trying to spoil too much here, but you have to pay attention to that movie. By the way, besides Benicio del Toro, there was another actor that was in there as well. Two-Face Harvey from The Dark Knight was in there as well. I keep forgetting his name. So if you haven't seen The Pledge, definitely you need to pay attention to that movie. It's one of those movies where you got to pay attention. And you really got to watch it with the open mind to understand the movie is dealing with mental health and how fragile our minds are sometimes. And especially when you make a pledge to a family that you swore on the Bible, you swore to them that you're going to find the killer, that you're going to avenge what happened to their little girl. And then, you know, failing is not an option, so you got to do whatever it takes to keep that pledge. It was a great movie. It's a great movie. Directed by, totally underrated. People didn't get it. I don't know how did you not get it. Totally underrated movie. I totally get it what Sean Penn was doing. I totally understand what he was trying to do with the movie, which direction he was going. So Benicio del Toro played a native guy, Native American guy, and they used him as a suspect. He was kind of has like autism or something, and they made him look like that he did it, but he didn't do it. That was Benicio del Toro playing that guy, in the movie. I don't want to spoil the movie. Just watch the damn movie. I don't want to spoil the whole friggin' thing, you know. Let's go race. I don't know why am I spoiling? I shouldn't be spoiling. God damn it! What's wrong with you? But if you haven't seen The Pledge, go watch The Pledge. This is crazy that we were playing iRacing on Shadow. This is just bananas to me personally. Oh, I'm losing a control. Losing your control. Come on, you can do it, bro. You can do it. You're doing great. Oh, no. Easy. Hold on. The Wolfman was good. I liked the Wolfman. That was a great movie. By the way, the actress who was in that movie also worked with him on Sicario. Emily Blunt, yeah. Man, she did a great job in that movie. That movie was directed so well. It felt so real. That's what I like about Denis. He really does a great job bringing the atmosphere. And I think the atmosphere is the most important part in a movie. I think that's how you get sucked in. That's how you get sucked in the story. It's the atmosphere of the movie. Oh, Anthony Hopkins is a legend. He's got nothing left to prove. If you guys want to see Anthony Hopkins, you probably never heard about this movie. This shows you my knowledge about the movies. Maybe you heard, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But there's a movie that he did in 1970s, like early 1970s or mid 1970s, whatever. There was a movie. Okay, it was the late 1970s, could have been 1977, 1978, whatever. Around there somewhere, late 1970s. There was a movie that Anthony Hopkins did for BBC. For BBC, feature film, television feature film, BBC, called The Bunker. The Bunker. And he played Hitler. And the way he played Hitler, man, it was just ridiculous. How he played him. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, and just ridiculous. This shows you what kind of actor he was. It shows you that the actor, what makes the actor a great actor is the ability to play all kinds of roles, even the roles that you might not like, and you probably will hate him for playing that role. But what makes a great actor, it's like Scarlett Johansson. She says it the best. Scarlett Johansson, she spoke about this. She says, I should play a character that's uncomfortable to you. I shouldn't just play a character that's comfortable to you. I'm not going to be a Black Widow forever. I should be able to play different types of characters, because that's what an artist, that's what an actor should do. To be able to bring ability to play variety of different characters, not just the good guys, but the bad guys, the fucked up personalities, whatever it is. Pick and choose. And some historical figures, obviously. So watch that movie Bunker. Yeah, he did. He played Quasimodo, yeah, in Hunchback live action. He's a legend. Listen, Sir Anthony Hopkins is a legend. Like, he's got nothing left to prove. But one of my favorite movies from Anthony Hopkins, I know he has done a lot of great movies. I mean, it's a big list of movies. But if I have to choose, there's one movie that really stands out to me, the most. It's called The Edge, the most underrated 20th Century Fox movie. The most underrated movie of all time. Called The Edge. Alec Baldwin, Anthony Hopkins, and that supermodel Stephanie McPherson, that Australian actress, that Australian model. She's still hot, by the way, but back then she was like super hot. Great movie. It's about survival. It's about betrayal. It's about forgiveness, and it's about moving on. And it was written by David Mamet. And it was the first time that we saw Bart the bear, that big giant Kodiak bear, Bart the bear. The entire movie was filmed in northern Alberta, middle of nowhere, man. Northern Alberta, middle of freaking nowhere, in Canada. Great movie. And it's the most underrated movie. And it's beyond me. It's fucking beyond me. If you've never seen The Edge, buy it. Great fucking movie. Great fucking movie. Yeah. So if you've never seen The Edge, 1997, The Edge, buy it. Let me just put it to you that way. I know some of you guys are newer generations and all this and that, but trust me, buy it. Great. No CGI. Everything's done for real. The real bear, not some CGI bear like in what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio bullshit. No. The Edge, buy it. Great movie. And for those of you who have seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The movie was directed by Lee Tamahori, a New Zealand director who is really familiar with the wilderness and outdoor life and all that, and survival. And David Mamet, obviously. David Mamet, just fucking great script, great dialogue, perfect. The Edge. Yeah, he did play George Bush. You're right. Josh Brolin played George Bush. By the way, George Bush, dude, I wish that we had George Bush right now. Everything he says, it makes sense. You know, when you have someone like George Bush makes sense, and when he speaks, he touches your heart, then you know we're in trouble. I mean, really, you know we're in trouble. But yeah, if you haven't seen the movie The Edge, go see it. The Edge. I highly recommend that movie. No, I haven't seen Device, man. I gotta see that, man. I'm gonna see it tonight. That's with the, what's his name? Christian Bale playing Dick Cheney. Oh my goodness. I gotta see that. I'm gonna see it tonight. Christian Bale's a great actor. You know, from American Psycho to Batman Begins to that movie with the dragons. I love that movie. That movie with the dragons, man, that was probably one of my favorite dragons movies. What was the name of that movie? He played with, what's his name? So many actors in that movie. Anyway, I can't remember the name. Fire something. Fires, whatever. That was a great movie. Dragons come back in modern society and they are like wreaking havoc. What was the name of that movie? Fuck me sideways. Can't remember. great. Oh, Tenet looks great. Talking about a Tenet, the parallel universe. Whatever's playing right now, it's playing the same thing on the other side. But we all make different choices, and therefore, both universes, both dimensions, will have different outcomes. But they cannot coexist together. That movie's gonna it's gonna hurt your brain. Your brain's gonna have a headache. You're gonna have a migraine. You're gonna, oh, what are you doing to me, Christopher Nolan? You'll have to watch that movie probably 10, 15, 20 times to connect the dots, to listen every word carefully. Oh, really? Why was that mentioned? Why did he do that? Oh, why did she say that? So it's one of those movies you're gonna have to think about, like everything that's being said. Every moment, rewind, fast forward, rewind. Well, wait a minute. Yeah. It is. It is like a. It's like a Inception gave birth to Matrix or something like that. I mean, it's really, it's far out there, dude. Yeah, Christopher Nolan. He's just he's a visionary. He's a visionary. He likes to push the envelope. He likes to make even science fiction movies. I think he said it. He says he likes to make science fiction movies as if they could really exist in real life. So basically, he's treating even science fiction, even though with a science fiction you can do whatever you want to do because there are no rules, because you're not doing a biography, you're not doing like a historical movie like a Dunkirk. So in a science fiction, he knows that he can do whatever he wants. But even in a science fiction movie, he's treating a science fiction movie as if it could really exist in a real life. And that's what you're going to see with a Tenet. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be real fucking interesting. Oh, yeah. I always knew that. When I saw that first movie he did, movie called The Following, black and white movie he did in London for the college or for that university he was in, faculty university that it was in. He did a movie called The Following. What a great movie. From the beginning to the end. You have to connect the dots. You have to understand everything. And I had to watch that movie, dude. I had to watch that movie dozens of times to connect the dots. And man, when you connect the dots, it feels so refreshing. It makes you respect him even more as a director. You say, oh my God, this guy's a fucking genius. This guy is a genius of connecting everything and making sense out of everything that could be difficult for you to understand. The Following, great movie, go watch it. And ever since that, then Memento came out. Memento, I was like, holy shit, here we go again, connect the dots. And after Memento, there was another movie called, with Robin Williams and Al Pacino. It was called, Insomnia. Insomnia was good, but I felt he missed a few things on that movie. I thought that it was a slow burn, and here's how I felt. Here's how I felt about Insomnia. Even Christopher Nolan will probably tell you that Insomnia wasn't one of his greatest moments in cinema. Maybe that was a favor he was doing for the studio, for the Al Pacino, I don't know, for the Warner Brothers. But even with the Insomnia, he was able to take somebody like Robin Williams, who we know as someone who is always in a good spirit, great spirit, always playing comedy, being that good feel guy, pretending to be that good feel guy. And now you see this other side of him. And I think it really shows on that film. And sadly, you know, I mean, Robin Williams committed suicide. I mean, long time after that movie. But you know what? Even in Insomnia, he was fucking good. See, it's hard to criticize Christopher Nolan, because after Insomnia, he did Batman Begins, which pretty much resurrected the DC comics and resurrected the Batman. Again, big time this time. And of course, The Dark Knight just topped everything else. So, Christopher Nolan, man, he's a genius. I mean, I don't know how else to fucking call it. I mean, the guy's a goddamn genius. You know. Donnie Darko, yes, love that movie. Donnie Darko, I've seen it, man. Jake Gyllenhaal, that was in it, yeah, I've seen it. You gotta watch the, listen, you gotta buy that Christopher Nolan collection, man. I might do a video on it, talk about it, like how beautiful it looks and the OLED. You gotta get that collection. I don't care how much you have to pay, it doesn't really matter. Dude, you gotta have that. That's like a holy grail. That Christopher Nolan collection, it's a holy grail. Yeah, you gotta have that, man. You have to. I know you will. I don't care if it's whatever, even if it's 150 pounds, or even if it's 120 quids. I don't care. Even if it's even if it's like 80 quids, whatever, 100 pounds, whatever you have to. If you, I don't know if you're in UK or where you are, which part of Europe, or maybe you're here in the United States. I don't know. Even if it's $150, I don't care. You have to get that movie, man. Yeah, that movie, it's in short supply, dude. You gotta grab that while it's hot, man. That's very demanding. That movie, it's always gonna fly off the shelves. It's gonna fly out of the stock. That's classic, like Jaws. You're gonna have a difficult time buying Jaws in 4K right now. These are classic movies, man. These are, you know, especially Christopher Nolan collection. If you're a collector, dude, you gotta have that, you know. I'm surprised that my shadow hasn't crashed for 3 hours. Here I am using my Nvidia Shield, playing iRacing, and look at it, man. Probably most of you wouldn't even realize that I'm using a shadow. Honestly, if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't know that I'm using a shadow. You'd probably think that I'm not. All of these videos that I do for Shadow, guys, it's really just trying to showcase to everyone out there that it's not a gaming service, it's a computer. It really is a computer. That's what it is. And you can do whatever you want to do on this computer. Whatever you can do on your own, on your physical computer, you can do it on Shadow. You can use the virtual reality, yes. The only thing you can't do is the ultra widescreen monitors, but they're saying they're going to do that in the future. Also, you cannot use a racing wheel, otherwise I would be using it. But that's something they're going to do in the future. With the Ultra Theer, the 2080 RTX, and of course the Infinite Theer, which is RTX Titan. Oh, Departed, that was a great movie. Departed with Jack Nicholson, that was great. That's my ghost right there. Come on, keep the pace, keep the pace, keep it, keep it, keep it. Keep it, keep it. Come on, focus, focus. I'm doing this with a controller, guys. Keep that in mind. I'm using a controller. I think I'm doing okay. If I have a racing wheel, obviously, it's a different story. Oh, that's so true. That's on the Batman. I should do that in a Joker voice. You see, you can't make a man without breaking the envelope. Hold on. Wait a minute. You see, I'm crashed. Hold on. You see, if you want to make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs. That was weak. That was weak. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're doing this for 3 hours now. This is Shadow. I mean, again, for those of you who are maybe watching this, yeah. I mean, how cool is this, bro? I can go watch my movies right now. Go down there and watch the movies, and then come back here. And when I finish watching Ghost in the Shell or The Avengers, I can go ahead and I can go back to my Shadow. How cool is this? And continue where I left off. I don't need to have my high-end, high-rig PC, you know, running and cooling and all that. Here I am. Thanks, man. But it could have been better. It could have been better. It could have been, I know that Jackie Nicholson will tell you not to say what I'm about to say. However, I'm going to say it anyway. You see, if you want to make a lot of omelets, you have to break a bunch of eggs. It sucked. That sucked. It sucked. I gotta read the script, man. It's sometimes hard to do it because I usually like when I can read something, because when I have to think about what I'm gonna say, then I have to keep the momentum of the voice, and at the same time I have to remember the quote. I have to think about the quote, you know. That's cool. A lot of people can do Heath Ledger. You know, it's just a lot of guys out there who can do it. You know, Jack Nicholson has that deep voice. You can't handle the truth. Well, you know, he has that. I think Jack Nicholson, you gotta go deep. You know. All right, we're going to try it your way. You know, it's like he has that deepness to him. It's getting dark. Oh my god. What am I doing here? It's getting dark. They did, you know what? iRacing has a bunch of updates, obviously. They changed a bunch of different things on this game. It's just my car's fucked up now. Yes, they do. They have the iRacing on Steam. Let's change your car. Hold on. I want to change your car. I want to get a different car. I want to get. I can't believe it's been 3 hours, man. All of my live streams, they're always long. This is Shadow. This is crazy. Look at the quality, man. It's on 15 megabits. I mean, it's just. So when people criticize me, when they say, "Oh, you were wrong," 2031. No. Cloud gaming's not gonna. Anybody who says the cloud gaming is not going to evolve in 2031, you just got to be ignorant. You have to be ignorant to think that way. You obviously don't understand how technology evolves. It's really ignorant to think that way. I can do this right now. I'm doing it right now. Imagine what they're going to do 12 years from now. 12 years from now. Yeah. What made me do a live streams? Because I just wasn't, I did everything there is to do as far as the televisions, and there was nothing else for me to do. You know what I mean? And it was getting too expensive. It was a very expensive hobby to be dealing with the televisions, you know, because you got to remember televisions are expensive. To be, people, here's what people want, and I know what people want. People want me to review products, but I cannot review the products. I cannot do the testings if I have to spend my own money to do so, obviously, because it's very expensive to do that. You need a sponsor for that. You got to have a sponsor to send you the products so you can review the products and give your opinions and give you a test. Now, this whole thing with the LG, hopefully that will help a little bit, but we'll see. But it wasn't just because of that. It wasn't just because of it. It was just that I got tired of it. I got bored. I got bored with the televisions because it's like I have over 5,000 videos. Dude, those videos are out there. I've done so many experiments. I've done so many presets, truckload of presets on monitors, on projectors, on televisions, various different monitors, etc., etc. I've done it all. It's all there. Different 4K Blu-ray players, home theaters, speakers, etc., etc. It's all there for you to see. So I felt like there's nothing else for me to do. I'm not gonna go and rehash something that I have done before. Rehashing something over and over and over again for something that's already there. You know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So why would I rehash something that's already good the first time around? And so no reason for me to do that. Now the live stream, it's something that I originally, here's what you don't know. I originally started in 2014 with live streams. And I had like 100 people subscribed. I had like maybe like 2 or 3 people watching my live streams, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. So I did the live streams, and I was doing it out of as a hobby. I was just like, let me just share my things, share my thoughts, and let me just share my ideas and whatever. Let me just put myself out there. Let me just see, you know, whom I can meet and kind of people I can interact with. Let me put myself out there. Let me talk about different things. Let me enjoy these different games. Let me be entertaining. Let me experiment. Let me see how good am I at the live streaming. Am I really good? Do I suck? Am I good? Am I bad? So I was just testing. I was testing to see what works, what doesn't work, and we're just kind of having a good time, you know. And I did that in 2014. And then in 2015, I met, well, I used to watch, what's his name, Richard from Review Tech USA. Skip it out up, skip it out up. I used to watch him all the time. I still watch him. And he introduced 1316 Killer. 1316 Killer, Joe from Texas. And I like his comedy. I liked his stuff that he was doing, man. It was awesome. And then that bug bit me, you know, that bug of 4K, because it was really Joe, 1316 Killer Joe, that really kind of pushed me. I wouldn't say he pushed me personally, but he kind of gave me this influence to start thinking about the 4K resolution. I was like, man, 4K, you know, 8.3 million pixels, and these the new televisions with high dynamic range, And you know, he started talking about it, and I got bitten by that 4K bug. Really, I got bitten by that 4K bug because of him, his influence, because I was looking at other things. And then in 2016, well, the rest is history. You've seen what I have done in 2016. It's all there for you to see. And so that's pretty much how I, you know, got into the televisions. But originally I was doing live streams from the beginning. I also did some other videos. I did some video editings. You can find some of the videos I did on Call of Duty and other things, experiments, etc., etc., etc. So it kind of started like that through 2014. Experiments, doing other things, and then, you know, meeting Joe and the 1316 Killer, and then the 4K, because the 2016 4K was on the rise. The very first 4K Blu-ray was released in March 2016 by Samsung, 8500. And the very first 4K Blu-ray discs, the X-Men Future in the Past, and the X-Men, what else we had? Deadpool, bunch of other movies from 20th Century Fox came out in 4K UHD Blu-ray. The Martian from 20th Century Fox, 4K UHD Blu-ray movie. So these 4K movies started coming out, and I have found out that the Microsoft, Phil Spencer, it's working on a new console, a redesigned console of the current Xbox One that's going to be slimmer, sleeker, smaller, more compact, and it's going to have HDR on gaming. It will have 4K upscaling, and it will have a built-in Philips 4K UHD Blu-ray player. So now that's when I really got into 4K like fucking crazy. I'm like, holy shit, I need to buy a 4K TV. Xbox is coming out with this nice console, redefined console. Not a new console, but redefined console called the Xbox One S. So let's go ahead and let me get into it. Let me buy my first 4K television, Vizio. I still have it, by the way. Maybe I need to bring it out and start checking it out a little bit to talk about the Vizio M55C2. I think it'd be a great video to kind of rehash the memory and talk about it. And compare it to some of the newer models of televisions. So the Vizio M55C2, those were the videos I did, and you know, I made some mistakes along the way, obviously, you know, and I had some fights with other YouTubers and etc., yada yada yada. You know, the whole thing is there for you to watch. Like I said, I have 5,000 videos. It's not me bragging about it. It's just that's the fact that's how many videos I have. So that's how I got into this whole thing. I'm not buying subscribers. I wish I knew how to buy subscribers, believe me, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how do you do that shit? How does that even work? I don't fucking know. Okay, so and if somebody's going to be buying subscribers, why would he still be stuck at you know, 38,000? Don't you think by now I would hit 65,000 subscribers, maybe 75,000, maybe 80,000 if I was constantly buying subscribers? So there was a lot of bullshit I had to deal with, you know, with idiots hiding behind a mask and all that bullshit, all that nonsense. You know, I had my share of idiots I have to deal with, and I dealt with them. But that's how the whole thing started, man. That's where this passion grew. It's one thing leads to another, guys. There is no like, oh, if I do this and I do that, oh, I'm gonna be that. No matter how hard you want to be something, you're never gonna be that because you're trying too hard. Everything happens spontaneously. Everything. Like this live stream, 3 hours. We went through so many different subjects while we were racing on the shadow through iRacing. So everything happens spontaneously. One thing leads to another, and that other thing leads to another thing, and another thing, and another thing, and another thing, and next thing you know, you got a big mountain that grows of all of these things combined. And that's how I have evolved through YouTube, you know. Thank you, Luke Smith. I appreciate it. Yeah, Tyler. All right, I'm gonna end this live stream, but there's that message there. Tyler wants me to say something in Joker voice. Hold on, I gotta prepare for that, man. I gotta be in the Joker mind, in the Joker mindset. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Well, there you go. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, JC Vasquez. Thank you, everybody who showed up. And Mr. Urban World, my pleasure. Always a pleasure. Luke Smith, Will Smith. Well, Will Smith, you and I need to be in a movie together. We can do it. I know we can. Thank you all for being here. Old Man Desperado. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do something tomorrow. It's not going to be iRacing. It's going to be something different. Something more entertaining. So we're going to do that. We're going to calibrate our aggressive expansions with the tryouts. So we'll do it tomorrow. Bedtime, always a pleasure. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't worry. Listen, televisions are coming. But you have to remember, the LG is going to feed me baby spoons. They're not going to give me the greatest, the best. They're going to feed me with the baby spoons. So there will be, as soon as I get my C10 from Korea, as soon as I get the C10, we'll test a bunch of stuff on it. PlayStation, Xbox, you name it. We'll do all sorts of different comparisons between the 8 series E8 and the C10. How much does the V-Sync, how much does the G-Sync helps? How much does the 120 hertz helps? How much does this new processor A9 helps? You know. So I'll do that once I get the TV. Now, when I'm gonna get the TV, I don't know. They're gonna keep me posted. They're gonna let me know. But as soon as I get the TV, I will do the unboxing. I will do everything they ask me to do. There won't be any cussing. There won't be any jokes. I'll just try to be as professional as I can be, and I'll try to give you all the specs and everything. All right, later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Always a pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe, be good, and we'll get through this together. Okay? Stay positive. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Be good.